For today's math lesson, we are going to be completing Topic 9, Lesson 4, Compare Numbers with Symbols. Our learning intention for today is I can compare two numbers using greater than, less than, or an equal to sign. Let's get started. Our Solvent Share begins on page 377 in our Envisions Volume 2 workbook. Our Solvent Share says, write a two-digit number inside the TV. Write a different two-digit number that goes inside the radio. Then write the numbers and circle the words to complete the sentence. For our Solvent Share, we can both do the same numbers, or if you would like to choose your own numbers, you can also do that. Let's see. Has to be a two-digit number. I think I'll use 22 and let's do 16. So they just told me to pick two two-digit numbers. So that means there's two numbers in the number. And to write one inside the TV and one inside the radio. Now, I have to fill in this sentence here. So I'm going to write my two numbers that I chose. And if you at home, you want to pick two different numbers, that is perfectly fine. No worry at all. So I wrote my numbers 22. That looks like a 1. Let me change that. There we go. So I have 22 and 16. So now I need to circle the statement. Is 22 greater than 16 or is 22 less than 16? Well, I know 22 is more than 16, so that means it is greater than. So I chose my two numbers, wrote them in the electronics and in my sentence, and then I completed it by saying if they were greater than or less than. And again, if you wanted to pick your own numbers and write them and then make your statement, you can also do that. So today we are going to be continuing talking about comparing numbers, whether they're greater than or less than, but we're going to learn how to use the symbols. Let's go ahead and watch our animated video to help us follow along the top of Workbook Page 378.
You can use blocks to compare 24 and 42. Compare the tens first. 24 has two tens. 42 has four tens. 24 has fewer tens than 42. So 24 is less than 42. You can talk about 24 and 42 in a different way. 42 has more tens than 24. So 42 is greater than 24. Now look at 35 and 38. Compare the ones when the tens are the same. 35 has fewer ones than 38. So 35 is less than 38. Sometimes the numbers are equal. The tens are the same, and the ones are the same. So 26 is equal to 26. I like using blocks to compare numbers.
Now let's look at our guided practice together on page 379. Our directions tell us to complete each sentence. Write greater than, less than, or equal to. Then write the symbols greater than, less than, or equal to. The first one has been completed for us. We looked at the models, saw 2 10s and 8 1s, which makes the number 28. The next model had 4 10s and 1 1. This makes 41. 28 is less than 41. Then we write the symbols. 28 is less than 41. Let's do the second one together. The model shows 53 and 35. 53 is greater than 35. And I will write the symbol below. 53 is greater than 35. For your independent practice, you will be working on writing greater than, less than, and equal to. You will also be practicing writing the symbols. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. For your independent practice, the directions say to complete each sentence with greater than, less than, or equal to. Then write the symbols greater than, less than, or equal to. All of the spelling you would need is right up here. So if you're not sure how to spell greater than, less than, or equal to, it is at the top of our page in the bolded letters. So you have the numbers provided for you on the page, so you just have to say whether the first number is greater than, less than, or equal to the number. Then write the symbols below. You will do the same for numbers 6 through 8. You will write the greater than, less than, or equal to symbol. Now is a good time to pause the video so that you can work on numbers 3 through 8. When you press play on the video, we'll begin talking about number 9 at the bottom of the page. Number 9 is a higher order thinking question. It says, choose 2 number cards for each problem. Compare the numbers. Write greater than, less than, or equal to in the circle. Use each number card 1 time. So for numbers 9, 10, and 11, you get to use all 6 cards. Each problem has 2 number spaces. You will use each card 1 time. If you would like, you can use 19 and 99 for the first problem, 42 and 72 for the next problem, and 56 and 19 for the last problem. Or you can do whichever order you would like. I will show you an example. If I pick the numbers 19 and 56, so those are the numbers I choose, I'm going to go ahead and cross them off because I can only use them 1 time. Then I will say, is 19 greater than, less than or equal to 56? Well, I know 19 is smaller than 56, and it's not the same as 56. So I'm going to say 19 is less than 56. Then, for my next problem, I will choose 2 more cards, write the symbol, and for my last problem, I will use the last 2 cards. You can pause the video now to continue working on this page. I'm now going to begin talking about our last page, page 380. If you are still working on the page before, that is perfectly fine, but please make sure to go ahead and press pause now if you are not ready to start working on the last page. If you are ready, then let's begin. For page 380, we are problem solving. The directions say, solve each problem below. Let's begin with problem number 12 at the top of the page. It says, be precise. Mary had 21 red ribbons. She has 12 yellow ribbons. Does Mary have more red ribbons or yellow ribbons? Write greater than, less than, or equal to compare the numbers. For number 12, you will write the symbol in the circle and then in the blank, write red or yellow for which ribbons she had more of. For number 13, it says vocabulary. Write a sentence using greater than. It wants you to make up your own problem for number 13. Write 2 numbers in the box and use the greater than symbol in the circle. For example, I could write 12 is greater than 7. Now you write your own problem in this blank for number 13. For number 14, it says higher order thinking. Write a story that compares 2 numbers. Then complete the sentence to compare the 2 numbers. I will give an example for number 14. I'm going to use my typing tool so that you can actually read my story. It tells us to write a story that compares 2 numbers. I could say, Sam has 7 chickens. Carrie has 10 fish. Carrie has more animals than Sam. So in my sentence, I used 2 numbers and I compared them. Then for my sentence at the bottom, I will write 7 is less than 10. Or I could write it 10 is greater than 7. Do your best to create your own sentences that compares two numbers and write it in the blank below. If you get really stuck on number 14, we can also help do it together during our group time, but try to complete it before then. And again, you can pause the video at any time during the video to continue working. Our last problem, number 15, says assessment practice. Jake has 92 stickers. Brian has 97 stickers. Which sentences show the correct way to compare Jake's stickers and Brian's stickers? Choose two that apply. So below you are going to fill in two of these bubbles. So below, read the statements and choose which two are true. Does 92 equal 97? Is 97 greater than 92? Is 92 greater than 97? And is 92 less than 97? Fill in the two bubbles that are true statements. Once you have completed answering all of your questions, you are all done with your math video for today. As usual, we will be checking your answers during your math intervention time, so please make sure to have it completed before then. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will be seeing you soon.